Oh my gosh, you guys should now be able to hear me. I don't know. I do know what happened, but it's okay because it's my first stream and yeah, that's expected. If it would have went any other way, I probably would have been like surprised because my day today and everything else. But it's okay because we are here now. All right, so this is the first official live episode of GHYD TV, which is Girl How You Do That Television. On TV. You might have me on your phone. You might have me on YouTube. You might have me on your iPad, your tablet, your computer, whatever. But I'm so glad you joined me today because this, for the first time for me, is putting myself out there. But along with, I got a first timer in the house, an entrepreneur, the wonderful Miss Alicia Holloway. She's going to come, and her and I are going to kick it and kick it real good about businesses. She's gonna tell you about her business. I don't like to talk too much about me at all. So maybe one day I'll get into my story, but it's not about me. If you are not aware, if you are not a part of our wonderful, amazing, beautiful, talented, free spirited, ambitious, positive, loving, welcoming, mean girl free environment. I want to invite you to enjoy our group. It's free. The group is free. It's called Girl How You Do That. That is a group that I started back in 2020. Actually, pandemic time. It's the pandemic time. So the group was started back in 2020. We've grown to almost 52,000, somewhere around our members. And we always say you'll love it here. So if you're not a part of the group, I need you to go and join. It's absolutely free. So I have to say every single time I gotta tell you my shirt. So my shirt says Reverend God. That's it. Always. That's it. I'm always gonna say that in the beginning of every single show that I do. Um, I'm always gonna give homage to when it's due. So speaking of, I said that every single episode that I do, I am going to dedicate an episode to somebody for me who has poured into me, who I feel played a significant role in just how I am, the kind of business person I am, my hustle. I don't do anything alone. So I really have to give pay the homage, give it to where it's at, to the people that it's due to, and it's gonna pop up on the screen. He's gonna be like, what? Taking myself off. There we go. This person right here on your screen, that is Mr. Austin Barlow. Austin Barlow and I are from the same place. We are both from Buffalo, New York, and Austin Barlow was one of those people. I started doing t-shirts because I wanted a brand. I did not want to make shirts for nobody else ever, never, ever. And so he is the person that introduced me to t-shirt making. He was my plug, and then he wasn't. When I was like, oh, you know what, it's kind of going good. You know what, I could do this on my own with a cricket. He didn't make me feel any kind of way. He was like, I support you. What you need, where you get your t-shirts from, I'm gonna tell you where you get your shirts from. Okay, your time and temperature, the different kind of vinyl you could use, the different ways that you can make t-shirts. Austin gave that to me, and he dropped so much on me from day one. So that's when I had my own brand. Back then it was called Naturally. So I always have to pay homage to those. So Austin, if you are watching this, if you're watching this, like, you are extremely dope to me. I am forever grateful for what you poured into me. Way before I even had a cricket, you did it for me. So without further ado, I am going to bring up our first guest. Y'all, this is her first time ever going live. Like, ever going live. And what we're not gonna do today is talk about my nails. We're not gonna talk about my nails. I told y'all they coming off. They not gonna talk about that. But for the first time ever, she is going live. She is located in Florida. And she's also a member of Girl How You Do That. I mean, I love Alicia's entire whole heart. I mean, it's very rare that you meet people like, like, meet them on the internet and they have such a beautiful spirit about them. They're always positive. She's always giving, even if it's unasked for. Like, Alicia has a beautiful heart of gold. And I'm excited to introduce her. So her name is Alicia Holloway of Holloway's Custom Designs. Alicia, you ready? I think she might have left my stage. She'll be all right. Alicia then left. Alicia, don't. I think she on her way back. All right, so Alicia's coming back. I'm gonna introduce Alicia, y'all. She's gonna be coming to the stage. I'm gonna be quiet. She's gonna tell you all about her business, where she's located, what she does. There's always two things on the platform that I love that we talk about. That's called the gift and the curse, right? So when it comes to the gift and the curse, Gifted and cursed is one thing you are grateful for, you're good at, you're great at, one thing you love about being an entrepreneur, one thing that you just love about running the business. But then also your curse can be the complete opposite, something you don't like, something you want to change, something you wish were different. And I always tell people if there's something you are afraid to say, I will definitely say it for you, to you, or I'll just say it because you might be thinking it, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. So I'm gonna bring Miss Alicia to the stage. Hey, Alicia. Where you at, girl? Where you at? Can y'all see Alicia? Alicia to the stage. Hey, Alicia.
Hello, hello.
Where you at, girl? Where you at? Can y'all see Alicia? Alicia to the stage. See you. We can see you.
Hello, hello.
Where you at, girl? Where you at? Can y'all see Alicia? I'm gonna give
Can
it to
y'all see
you.
me?
Yep, I'm giving you the floor. So I'm gonna remove
Oh,
myself,
okay.
introduce yourself. I'm giving you the whole entire floor. I'm gonna just be here on mute. I'm gonna chime in. Go ahead, girl. Introduce
Yes,
yourself.
ma'am. Sorry about that. I was lagging. I got kicked out for a minute and then I just joined back. So yeah, I guess my internet is acting up now. It wants to act up all of a sudden. But hello everyone. My name is Alicia Holloway. I am from Jacksonville, Florida, Duval. I won't say our chant the way we usually say it. I don't want to scare anybody away. But yeah, I'm from Duval, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I am a I am married to my husband of 4 years. We've been together for 10, but we've been married for four. I have four handsome kids, all boys. So I'm a boy mom. I'm also a nurse. I've been a nurse for 18 years. So that's my first job, my full time job. That's the one that pays the bills. And then also, I started crafting about in 2021. I moved into my new home in 2020, and I started with a welcome sign. I started, doing a welcome sign. I did this wall back here that you see. So my husband and I, we painted our own wall. And a couple of other things that we did. And then everybody started saying, oh, your hands are blessed. You need to do this. You need to do that. I made a t-shirt for myself and my family for football season. And then everybody wanted t-shirts. So I started working with vinyl, permanent vinyl first. So with the welcome signs, stove covers, things like that. And then I started doing t-shirts with HTV. So my first love is vinyl. And let's see, started making t-shirts, other different things, wedding bouquets, started blinging shoes, Crocs. What else did I do? For weddings, I would do the bridal chucks, things like that. And then I started doing the t-shirts where everybody wanted t-shirts. So I did HTV. I then met T, wonderful T. My whole family knows T. So yeah, everybody's like, is that your coach that's on there that you're listening to? Of course. So now they all know when they hear your voice, they know it's you. But yeah, so I started DTF, I'm sorry, DTF, that I get my prints from T, of course. Unless it's something last minute, then I'll have to get it from somebody here. But otherwise, my all my DTF comes from T, so thank you. So then, so I started in my home and I'm actually still in my home, but my business is based out of my home. I'm not big enough to go, into the a shop or anything like that
Not
yet.
yet. Right. Not
Yet.
yet. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm still working in my dining room because that's the only room that I have available that I could, put everything up. So I'm working from my dining room. I have a heat press over in my kitchen area. So kind of like you were saying the other day, T, where you were using your kitchen table. I started at the kitchen table. So my bar. My bar, I had my heat press on my bar. I would press my shirts with the little 15 by 15 shirt press. And then I got the, upgraded a little bit. So then after that, I started, once I joined Girl How You Do That last year, I started learning a lot of things from you all. So I thank you and Meech both for, your expertise and willingness to share. But I also started pouring into myself. You have to be able to say, okay, I want to invest in me. You know, yeah, I can always say, can you give us a free to free lesson. We can't get everything for free. Sometimes we do have to invest in our business. So I learned to put into my business. In order for me to get out something that positive, then I have to be able to put something in it. So paying for classes, things like that, I've been doing that. And I started sublimation. My first sublimation were tumblers. So I started with the tumblers. um I sat with someone and they kind of showed me how to do the tumblers, and I just went from there. I'm pretty good with learning how to do things on my own, or if someone showed me once or twice, I'm like, oh, okay, good, thank you, and I can do it. So I think that's one of the things that I'm blessed. I do have. I'm a PK, so I'm a preacher's kid. So I definitely know. I can't hear you. What you said?
Right.
Yeah, I'm a PK. So I base my business off of I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. So being able to look at something and be able to do it is one of my strengths. So I don't know if I can see, if y'all see me, because I don't see T anymore.
You're good, girl.
Oh,
You
okay, okay.
good. You
All right,
good.
he left, so I was
I'm
like,
giving,
uh
baby, I'm giving you the floor, honey. I told you, this is all about you. I want you to speak. They know me. I want them
oh.
to know you.
Right.
I'm good. I'm in the
Okay, I just
background
wanted to
just
make sure. I wanted to make sure I ain't get kicked out again. My internet was tripping. So yeah,
you good.
so yeah, that's one thing I base my business off of. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. So if I put my mind to it, I know I can do it. There's some crafts that I'm like, yeah, I don't think it's worth my time. So some of the trends I don't even jump on because I'm like, look, that's gonna be too much for me. My head hurting already thinking about it and thinking about how much it's gonna cost for me to do it, and then not wanting to charge people what it's really worth. So one of the things that's a downfall for me is I have a really big heart. It could be a good thing, it can be a bad thing. So it can go either way. So good thing would be because, I'm able to do or help. I'm always willing to help someone, always willing to teach someone. Recently joined in helping with the classes. That was my first time doing that. First time actually making the diaper cake. So I was winging it, but I hope everybody that did join the class learned something from me that day. Um, but that was just an example of I can just look at something once. T said, "Hey, can you do a diaper cake?" I said, "Okay, let me see." Looked at it for about 10 seconds and I was like, "Okay, I think I can do that." But so that's one of the things that's good for me. I have a big heart, but when it comes to pricing, I'm looking like, okay, I don't want to charge too much for this, so I'll only charge this. And then if it didn't cost me as much as I thought it was going to cost me to make it, then I'm like, oh, you can get. Let me give him a little bit of money back. My husband's like, oh yeah, no. He calls
See,
me, what would, huh?
I think that's a lot of when we all I think for everybody when we all first start, we don't know really what to charge. We kind of base it on like would I pay that? You know what I mean?
Right,
Like, am
right.
I would you pay $80 for that? Or would I be like, ooh, but then I'm kind of cheap. So I'd be like, I'm a good, don't ask me because if I could go to the thrift store and go get it, I'm
Right.
going there first. If I go on Facebook Marketplace and go get it, I'm going there first. So I
Right.
I think I had to learn over time. Somebody,
Mhm.
Austin Barlow, who I dedicate this episode to, the first thing he told me is, and he still tells me to this day, stay out of those people's pockets.
Mhm.
And I had to learn that. And I'm like you, I'm still learning because I'd be like, I'm not trying to crack nobody over the head.
Mhm.
But then I'd be seeing other people cracking people over the head and they be paying. And I'd be
Yes.
like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute, because I'm charging 40 and you're charging 400 and they're paying the 400 but won't pay me the 40. I was scrolling on IG one day This young man, I can't remember his name, he comes up all the time. He does like a free class. And he said, when I was doing the class for free, nobody came. He said,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely nobody came. He said, then I started charging $1,000. He said, and it was a big jump for me, but I started charging $1,000. And when I charged $1,000 for the same information that was given to them for free, literally 30 days before that, more people showed up because they valued when they had to put a dollar amount attached to it. It meant more to them than when I was doing it for free, even though I was giving them the same exact information.
Right.
He said, so free only takes you, or less value only takes you, but so far, because if I go to the store and I go buy a TV and it's $1,000 TV versus a $40 TV, I do expect for that $1,000 TV to work better.
Mm-hmm.
I expect for the picture quality to be better because I'm investing more. And then most of the time when you get the $40 TV, the features you think you're not getting when it's $40
Right.
is that's the reason why you did not get that one because there was a big difference between the two.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that helped me out a lot when I just learned to stay out of people's pockets. Like I said, I'm still
Right.
learning that. And now I'm to the point you pay for it, you pay for it. If you don't, you don't. But it's
Mm-hmm.
not up to me to try to determine like always try to make it sure it's affordable because at the end of the day, to be real, I got bills too.
Right.
In some
Exactly.
projects, you turn around, you make $2 off of it. You spent 37 hours, 10 minutes, sleepless nights, going to the store 1,000 times, and you made $2 off of it. It's not because of the materials, it's because
Right.
that's how I priced it. Um,
Exactly.
so I just say if you struggle with that, Etsy is always a good way. Meech put me onto that. Um, she put me onto that, like going to Etsy and seeing how much they're charging on Etsy because people will hit you where they're charging X amount of dollars on Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So if you
Right.
was gonna pay them the 40, there should be no problem with you paying me 40 at your minimum
Right.
because we're all meeting the same thing. So I get that. So what's
Mm-hmm.
another? Is that your only curse? Is that you have a good heart? I got that too. That you have a good heart. But what is another one for you?
Um, curse. Let's see.
Period,
I'm trying to
Sierra.
think. I'm trying to
See,
think.
I just had to make some more changes to fit my budget and what I can do. That's if we can
Right.
sit in line for clothes and shoes and buy wigs, vacations and all that other stuff.
Yes.
I just feel like if you want it, you're gonna buy it. If not,
Exactly.
leave
And
it
then my
alone.
thing
It
is
works.
they don't question anybody else, even when it comes to like paying up front.
Mm-hmm.
You don't you when you go to Burger King, you
Hit
pay for
it,
your food and then
hit
you go
it,
get your food.
hit it. Y'all know I play
Why
too
is it
much, but
why is it
hit
so
it.
different? Like,
We don't do deposits over here. I want
right.
all of my money up front. I want every
Everything.
down to the 99 cents.
Yes.
I
Yes.
want all of the money. Let me tell y'all why. If you are still doing deposits, it devalues your business. You know why? Because if you meet somebody, let's just say they don't mind if you have a $10 deposit, what's $10? Let's be
Hmm.
real. Now you go to
Exactly.
the store, you probably spend more than that $10 deposit to get started. And now they ghosting you because they either found somebody else to do it. They really wasn't serious when they, in
Yep.
the first place. That they gotta wait, they're gonna change their mind. And again, if I could just lose $10, that means nothing. To some people,
Exactly.
losing $50 is nothing. Losing $100 is nothing. So if you have my money, but I can guarantee you have already started in some capacity. You have not been paid
Hmm.
for that job, and so now you stuck with it. Now you have an
Exactly.
extra set of Thule, you have an extra set of film, all because you are still accepting deposits.
Hmm.
Walmart don't do layaway anymore. That's dead. The major clothing stores, you know how long you get to hold it to close the business day. That's what they say. If you don't come back tonight, it's going back out there for
Right.
somebody else to buy it. They're not doing layaway
Exactly.
anymore, and customs is more work. So why are we doing customs? Should make you
Hmm.
literally. That should be the reason why. Is because
Yep.
what am I going to do with a picture of your child on a blanket for their birthday?
Yep.
There's nothing I can do with that. I don't know this. I don't know the child. We don't have any relation. So now I just have this sitting in here because you
Hmm.
were okay with not, with accepting a deposit. So you are still accepting deposits. It literally is we can't do 50-50. We're not
Right.
doing deposits. You need all of your money up
Yeah.
front because now when we won't play with each other. I have it all up front. You are expecting the service from me. I'm providing that service because it's paid in full. And you expect a product from me. But if you still doing deposits, baby, you are devaluing your business because they cannot do
Right.
that anywhere else.
And
Hair.
that's why I started doing instead of deposits, I started doing full payment because I got stuck with some expensive items like the bling shoes, got stuck with them. It's like a rest in peace pair of shoes. And this girl's like, me trying to be nice. I'm like, well, you could just pay me when you get paid. And then it was like she ghosted me. So I have a rest in peace pair of shoes. Nobody else wants these shoes with your brother's name on it. And so
Hmm.
that's what made me say, okay, you know what? From now on, I need mine up front because I've paid money into getting the supplies and my time, and then now you don't want it. So yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So tell us more. How can, if they're interested in supporting you, I always say, what is one thing your business is in need of? Some people are in need of like marketing, they're in need of just likes, shares, comments, they're in need of subscribers, they're in need of equipment, they're in need of, what at this moment do you feel your business is in need of? And how do you think you can achieve that, like realistically? Because I know for me, if I could just hit the lotto, baby, this is all gone. I would shut this computer right
Okay,
now. It's gone.
exactly, exactly. Well, time, but nobody can give me that. But I believe that, well, because everything is custom, I don't have many things that needs to go up on a website, but that's my next project is to try to get a website. I had one, but I didn't like the way it was set up. I did it myself. So I'm going to be reaching out to you, of course, soon as far as, trying to get a website together. As far as equipment, I think I have everything so far that I need to do what I usually do for right now, but definitely a website would be my next project that I'll be trying to do. So that I can market myself more, even with some of the things that I have in stock already. I can kind of put those up so that if anybody wants to buy something offline, they can. And just a way to, like, when like graduation season and back to school season, people that can, when it's something that's more expensive, then people can just say, oh, here's a $600 for, this graduation package. Then they'll be able to go online and say, okay, I need this, and they'll be able to pay, Klarna, Afterpay, and things like that. So I think that's where I'm going to go next with my business, trying to get access to some kind of online system where I can get online orders and things like that. As far as equipment, I don't think I need anything else right now. Based off of what I have about 5 printers. I have I have a DTF printer I can give to somebody because I don't want it. Yeah, that didn't work out for
Okay.
me. It's
Okay.
the I forgot what it's called. It's one of the smaller ones, but it's a true DTF printer. That I paid $3,000 for that I haven't used. So yeah. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I think that's the main thing that I think I'm looking forward to is getting a website and getting it started.
Period. Somebody said, could you put link in place of the photos and the name on the shoes?
Yes.
She
Yes.
was, I guess, for that order that didn't work out. It might be.
Oh, for that, I probably could have. I threw them away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm with you.
Because it was like
Yeah.
trying to get the name off. When you try to get that glue off, it tears the shoe up.
Mm,
So, and I had the raised letters. So trying to get that covered up, it wouldn't have been good. I tried to take the letters off and yeah, it
yeah,
was
we
taking
both
the
is
shoe.
now.
Yeah. Oh, we are.
Yeah, we was for a minute. We both was.
Right. Right.
For a second, Cherry Jeff Cole said, "Can I have a DTF printer?" Diamond Glitz Creation says, "Send it to me." Uh, everybody said they want that thing. They
Okay.
do with it. They said, "Oh wow, that's crazy." Jazz Joseph Cooper said, "Wow, true DTF printer. I was hoping to get one too." That's dope. So, can you tell us how, since until your website is up and running, how can somebody get in contact with you? What's your preferred method or means of communication? Um, Give
Well,
them that. Give them
I am on I'm on Facebook, Holloway's Customs Designs on Facebook, Instagram, Holloway's Custom Designs again. So yeah, Instagram and Facebook, Holloway's Customs Designs is my name on there. I have a business card. I can't put it in the chat. I don't think I can put it in the chat. But yeah, so yeah, my Holloway's Customs Designs is my business page on both Instagram and Facebook.
Period. Do you feel better now about going live? Do you feel how we feel? Because this is the first time.
I
How you
feel
feel?
good. I feel good actually. I think it's because I can only see you. I think that's why I
Okay.
feel okay. Because I only see you. Even though I know everybody is like there looking at me, I think because I can only see you, I feel a little better.
See, that's how, honestly, it's the same way, except for like you can't see the comments, right?
Right.
But you can, I can read them out, whatever. But it's
Hmm.
the more you do it, the more, I mean, you did phenomenal, to really be
Thank
honest.
you.
Like, you did a phenomenal job. So
Thank
sometimes,
you.
I mean, you just need sometimes, a little, hey girl, you can do this. Hey
Right.
girl.
And I'm trying to
Um,
step out of my comfort zone. I am. I try all the time and I be like real nervous. Like I'm nervous, but I'm not like I usually be. I usually be like shaking and carrying on like I having a, like, oh yeah, I'm real bad. I'm real bad. So yeah,
okay.
I told my son he has to get out because then I'm gonna get even more nervous if he's sitting in here looking at me. So yeah.
Yeah. It is different. It is different, but I want to tell you, I appreciate you. Not just
Thank
for coming on
you.
the show, not just for being the first person to ever, like, I was like, "We want to do this?" She like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, cool, girl. We gonna do this. Like, we gonna do it."
Right.
So, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of the girl, how you do that heart, from
Thank
the
you.
core of you really just been like, I mean, freaking amazing. Like, you meet some people
Yeah.
like, what? They all right with me. I beat you up over Alicia. It will go down. She can't do no wrong.
Right. Right.
Um, so I just want to thank you and appreciate you for coming onto the show. I'm gonna wrap it up in like 2.5 seconds, y'all, because I said we're not gonna be on here all night. We're not doing this all night. I'm hungry.
Right.
But thank you, baby.
All right. Thank you. And thank you for
You're welcome.
everything.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All
She
right.
did do great. She did do so great. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. Y'all, like I am so ecstatic. Like that was so freaking cool. If you or your business or somebody or somebody that knows somebody that has a business that wants to talk business, that wants to come and kick real stuff. Where we talked about pricing, ways you it can actually some ways compare pricing, how to not take deposits because we're not doing that anymore in 2024. We're vibing, feeling free to just say stuff that we normally don't get to say or stuff we're only allowed to say in certain groups, like in craft groups. Like, why did this customer now say it to me and I say it? And then we can talk about it. And it'll just be a hypothetical, girl, because I'm completely fine with it. So if you want to get onto the podcast after this, I will drop that into the comments. I always say it's good to use a different platform, especially if you're nervous, because sometimes it is easier to talk if you have somebody else that's speaking with you, that's talking with you, that's holding a conversation where you can see, hey, where you can see their different perspectives and points of view, because sometimes you need to know it is not just me. Like, it ain't just me. We all got crazy customers at the same time. It's a full moon outside. All right. We're all getting cussed out this week. I feel better. Or I'm doing this wrong. Jeez. You do this way? Okay, you're giving me a different way to do things. And sometimes we do need those kind of platforms to have those kind of discussions. Thank you. So if you want to come on, I'm going to drop the link in there. Remember, we can only grow as big for the people that participate. I talk all the time online. I talk all the time. So this is easy. I don't want to talk about me. I want to talk about you. I want to talk about real business stuff. So if you want to, I will leave the link underneath here. I will also put it down on my page. I'll also put it inside of the group for those that want to sign up next. Also, after this, as soon as literally I'm going to get off of here, I did go ahead and record. I went to North Carolina. I went to Charlotte, North Carolina. I drove about an hour and 40 minutes. And I drove and I went to go sit with Miss Lovely Shakika. And her and I sat down and we talked in real time, face to face conversation. this sort of same style, honestly, the exact same style that I have that we're doing virtually. I actually sat with her in person. I drove to her. I wanted to see what her area looks like. I just wanted to be around somebody that does the same thing. So I will travel and I will come to you and I will kick it with you and we can do the same thing that we're doing here virtually. I would love to see your setup. You don't have to craft. You could do hair, nails, you could be an esthetician, you could be a real estate agent. I would love to come and see you and actually see how you do that. So I'm getting ready to sign off. For the first ever, girl, how you do that? GHYD TV. Make sure y'all join the Facebook group. If you don't do nothing else, join the Facebook group. Oh, and I got one more thing, squad. I got one more thing. Once the video that is on the graphic t-shirts, the bootleg t-shirts, once that hits 10K, I will drop another fire tutorial for you guys because that keeps the engagement up. But I will do the same. If this video here, this live here can get to 1,000 views, I'm gonna keep dropping hit after hit after hit, like they used to do in the 80s and 90s with the good music. I'm gonna be dropping bangers like that on YouTube every single time we reach a certain limit. So 10K on the bootleg tees and 1,000K on this one, and that means y'all get 2 fire tutorials. Other than that, y'all, I wish y'all the best. I appreciate you. I love y'all bad from the bottom of my heart. Make sure after this ends, you go check out the other interview I did with the other young lady. And I'm signing off, y'all. Thank you. Appreciate you. Y'all are so cool. Y'all are so cool.